Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about the potential of Kevin De Bruyne leaving Manchester City. And now, there's an article from Haarlem. If you don't know what Haarlem is, it's like pretty much the best news source in Flanders. At least in West Flanders. I don't know about the rest of Flanders. But it's overall Flanders. And there's a video with this. I don't know if I'm allowed to play this video. If I'm not allowed to play this video, then I suppose this video will be down pretty soon, but I'll play the interview and I'll translate it for you guys. I think it's in Dutch, so I'll translate it for you guys. And let's see what he says. Would you like to go to Saudi Arabia? Ik sluit het niet uit, so he doesn't... He's not ruling out the possibility. On my age, you have to think about everything. You have to be open for everything. You're talking about unbelievable amounts of money. Sometimes you need to stand still with that. If you're playing that for 2 years and you can have an unbelievable amount at the end of my career, where you otherwise would maybe play for 15 years and maybe not even get that amount. Then you have to stand still and think about what that could mean, what that could mean. But at this moment I haven't thought about it much, or I haven't thought about it well. Well, that's a literal translation. I suppose in English you would say much. Okay, so I like the way he ended that with saying I haven't thought about it much. So the suggestion is by the interviewer, would you go to Saudi Arabia? Would you like going there? And this as well, I'll talk about that in a bit. De Bruyne says, I'm not ruling it out, but I haven't thought about it much. Which to me indicates, at least for this season, he's staying at Manchester City. That's good. Now this quote, which I suppose that's from De Bruyne, is, voor Michel is een exotisch avontuur oké. That means for Michel, his wife I suppose, is an exotic adventure okay. So I suppose Saudi Arabia or somewhere else. And I don't know if he says much other things about it. Oh yeah, he says, these are conversations we're having more and more within our family. I don't like that. So yeah, he's 33 at the end of the month. Yeah, and he's in his last year at Manchester City on his contract. And he was talking about it with Lukaku and this other interviewer. I don't know who this is, but I've seen his face before. So, he isn't ruling it out, but he also hasn't thought about it. That's a very politician-esque answer. Politicians give answers like that too. Which pretty much means I'm not giving you an actual answer. He's getting older, and Manchester City has to be looking for a replacement for Kevin De Bruyne. Even if he stays this season, which I think he will. Because if he wasn't planning on staying at City, he'll definitely say something way more extreme, like, I've thought about it, or something like that. But this is probably his last season, if I'm being honest. Maybe he'll sign a 1-year extension at most. I don't think he'll sign 2 years. If I'm being very honest, I don't think he's staying for another 2 years. So with that said, we have to be looking for a Kevin De Bruyne replacement. A proper Kevin De Bruyne replacement. Florian Wirtz, Musiala, maybe both. I've done a video on them if you want to check it out, but we have to genuinely start considering who to replace De Bruyne with, because, I mean, this is an interview coming from Haarlem, and if you're not Belgian, I suppose you don't really know what that means. When De Bruyne says something in an interview, he means it. Like, he says some pretty extreme stuff that he might should be better off waiting with saying on interviews. So the fact he hasn't outright said I'm planning on going to Saudi or something like that, it gives me a bit of hope. Because I mean, De Bruyne has said stuff like resigned to oath and stuff like that. So I still am hopeful that he's staying another season. But I want that De Bruyne replacement this summer. Because if we get a De Bruyne replacement this summer, we can get him into the squad, we can build him up, we can develop him a bit, we can rotate him with De Bruyne, and we can get him used to life at Manchester City. If we need to get a De Bruyne replacement next season, it might be too late. What if we get a board signing? If we get a board signing this summer, get a new one next summer. You have 2 chances. If we don't sign anyone this summer, next summer might be too late. So I really want that De Bruyne replacement on the spin. Like this summer. It's a difficult one. Obviously I don't want De Bruyne to leave, but he is on decline, and he will decline even further this season, and he will decline further yet next season if he decides to stay. So right now he might still be world class. He won't be world class for much longer. Maybe 1 season is all he has left at this level, and I think it very well might be all he has left at this level. So we need to get that replacement, and if you're gonna ask me for who I want as a replacement, it's Florian Wirtz, and I know I might be biased as someone who is obviously part German, part Belgian. Florian Wirtz is magical. Every time I've seen him, he's been magical. Tell me who you think will be a good De Bruyne replacement, but I mean, when articles and interviews like this come out, you just have to stop thinking about De Bruyne and you have to start thinking about actually replacing De Bruyne. So tell me what you think. Who would be a good De Bruyne replacement? Who do you want at Manchester City? Do you think De Bruyne is leaving at the end of his contract? Do you think he'll sign another extension? Tell me what you think down below. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.